our vision has not only taken root, but has also grown into a formidable force that integrates ICT with other professional disciplines, including marketing, journalism, agribusiness, and healthcare, among others. This synergy has significant implications in this organization. This network has remained a cornerstone of our work, and we see it now being profound. And the government is actually making a lot of efforts in the area of digital skills. Through our programs such as the Tech Job Fair, the Tech Entrepreneurs Forum, Industry Academia Tech Dialogue, Cybersecurity Awareness Program, publications in the newspaper and on radio, we have been able to build capacity of over 10,000 professionals with essential digital skills. These initiatives have strengthened Ghana's digital workforce and positioned IIPGH as a leader in the ICT education and professional development. Understanding the necessity of preparing the youth for the digital future, we launched various training initiatives focused on emerging technologies. Our Coding Education for Ghana initiatives, introduced in March 2018 and developed by our members, has provided training to over 10,000 young people starting from an early age of 6. This practical digital skills program now has been taken up by the government, and we are now entering the era of the 1 million coders and others. By fostering early engagement with technology, we have cultivated a pipeline of young innovators and problem solvers who are ready to lead in the digital economy that we are building as a country. Public awareness or education remains one of the major problems hindering digital transformation. Through our strategic media engagement, we have reached over 500,000 people via radio and television. In addition, our partnership with the prestigious Business and Financial Times has facilitated the publication of over 350 articles on ICT-related issues. These articles are published every Monday in the Business and Financial Times, and we have a column in the Business and Financial Times just to educate the public. These efforts have significantly contributed to national discourse on cybersecurity, data protection, and digital infrastructure, among many other topics. The strides we have made would not have been possible with our partners and sponsors. They continue to support us, including this event here. The cost of this event really taken by our partners and our sponsors. I think we need to give them a big hand of applause. Yes, we've been able to connect to over 50 organizations, including Admin Telecom, whose CEO is here, Ubuntu Technologies, Yaraba Communications, which remains to be our media partner, Delbon Technologies, providing us with technology and setups, AFOS Foundation, supporting us with our digital skills initiatives, and many other partners over the years have supported the Institute. Just within these short 8 years, we've been able to achieve a lot. Their commitment has strengthened our impact and expanded our reach. As I pass the baton to Mr. Kafu Yamanfo, I am confident that IIPGH is poised for even greater success. As a founding member, Kafu's wealth of experience and strategic vision will undoubtedly propel the Institute to new heights. Today, we also celebrate the induction of new members, which we do every year. All those who register and go through the process and become members, on IIPGH Day, we induct them into the institute, and we'll be having that induction ceremony today. A ceremony which reinforces our community and expands our influence. In a resolute move towards national progress, we reaffirm our unwavering support for pivotal policies like the 1 Million Coders program, being an initiative of our new government. Moreover, our advocacy reaches new heights as we champion the enactment of legislative instruments that would professionalize our practice in Ghana. And we are doing this in partnership with NITA and the Ministry of Communication. I think we should give them a big hand of applause. This landmark legislation aims to elevate and professionalize ICT practice across the nation. At a continental level, we have also taken our initiatives to other parts of Africa. IIPGH has extended its initiatives beyond Ghana through the establishment of TICON Africa, which is the Pan-African ICT Association, professionals across the continent. As the president of TICON Africa since 2022, I was elected the president since 2022, I have had the privilege of leading successful conferences in Uganda in 2023, in Kenya in 2024, and I am pleased to announce that Ghana will host the 2025 TICON Africa Conference in Accra from 20th to 22nd. From 20th to 22nd August 2025. A testament to the growing influence of IIPGH in shaping Africa's digital future. As you are aware, most African countries look up to Ghana when it comes to new innovation and when it comes to the liberation of the continent. And we are happy to be leading that. I sincerely thank our board, our management team. We have a management team of over 20 professionals that volunteer to support activities of the Institute. Our members, you always bring ideas and support our initiatives. I want to say, together, we build an institution that embodies resilience, knowledge sharing. Most of our initiatives are really out of innovation. I will continue to serve as an ambassador, which I will do for the rest of my life, for IIPGH, and provide guidance as a board member of the Institute. I am excited to witness the continuous growth and success of IIPGH under Kafui's leadership. The future is promising, and I have no doubt that we will continue to drive digital transformation and create a lasting impact on our society. Permit me to use a minute of your time to really thank my wife for supporting this initiative. She is a phenomenal woman, an amazing human who supports every initiative that I embark on. And I really want to thank her for supporting this. And my children for being part of the coding program. They were actually the guinea pigs of the Coding for Kids program. We use them to learn and then to expand the program. I want to thank them. They are here today serving. And my entire family, Kafui Day, who will be joining us soon, Charles Fries, they were all there to support and help in the initial stages until the institutes became a bit more grounded. Once again, I want to thank you. Thank you all, and looking forward to the future with optimism. Thank you.
Mr. David Go, thank you very much for a remarkable leadership. I didn't see Gifty's part coming, so it took me by surprise. Why is Gifty? Okay, she's never available to be celebrated. So this is just for your information, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On Thursday, just this past Thursday, I sent a message to Mr. David Go. And I said, you are a good man, Dave. God bless you for how you have projected Kafui. Such values are rare in our system. And he said, thanks for your kind words, sister. Kafui stood by me when things were difficult. I owe it to him. That's leadership. Let's appreciate him. And undoubtedly, David has given my team and I enough pressure. You know, he goes on certain platforms, he doesn't see Kafui's face. He said, I can't see him. I said, but he's there. So we celebrate him for his leadership. We celebrate him for his selflessness and for his resilience. We will take the speech by the board chair, who is not physically here, but he did a video. And so we'll listen to the board chair of IIPGH, Professor Fred Mac-Bagonluri.
Good day, esteemed Institute of ICT professionals, distinguished guests, viewers, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be part of this amazing day. March 8th, 2017 was when this professional organization started. The first conversation was held in the quiet hills of Brikusu when 3 young men visited me and broached this idea with me. 8 years later, we are on the same mission, and that mission gets clearer each time. Our mission at the onset was to create a professional body that will enhance ICT practice in Ghana through collaborative effort with professionals, but more importantly, to continue to drive digital transformation in Ghana. 8 years has been a long time coming, and the accomplishments have been quite impressive. Over 10,000 professionals have been trained in emerging technologies. Currently, our membership stands at about 2,500 professionals. Our publications and public education efforts has reached over 500,000 people. So as we look to the future, we also want to take this moment to thank our strategic partners who have been an integral part of this journey. This ceremony is also the time when we induct new members, and I hope you continue to evangelize the significance of this organization and how impactful it can be in national development. Going forward, we are looking to working with the government closely to develop an LI that will enhance ICT practice in Ghana and in the sub-region. We're also working closely with government to support their efforts in the Coding for a Million. In addition to that, we've been working closely with partners across the continent in a formation called Tycoon Africa. Our next conference is scheduled here in Accra, Ghana. The 3 previous ones were held in Zimbabwe, Uganda, and most recently in Kenya. Ghana has earned the right to host the next, and we're looking forward to you all participating in that effort. As we look into the future, we're looking to drive new memberships. We also have a transition coming soon. Mr. David Gowu, our executive director, who has been in this role for the last 8 years, is transitioning to new opportunities In his stead, Mr. Kafui Amanfo, who has been with us for the last 8 years and understands the ropes that we've pulled up to this point, will be taking over. I want all of you to give him the same level of support you have given David and I, and all our board members without whom 8 years would not have been possible. So I'm looking forward to the future. I am excited about the future. And as always, I'm proud to be part of this organization that has the potential to transform this country. Thank you.
That's the board chair of IIPGH, setting the tone right for us to pick up a few thoughts. We have a video for your viewing, and this video chronicles the journey so far. 8 years ago, the ups, the downs, the achievement, some of the missed opportunities, the people who have come on board with substances, with intellectual ideas. Please sit back and enjoy this video. Thank you.
The story of the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana, IIPGH, is one of friendship, collaboration, and a shared vision. In 2017, a simple idea sparked a movement that will transform the landscape of ICT in Ghana. It all began with a group of passionate professionals, David, Frederick, Francis, Kuku, and Mr. Osei, who shared a common vision to create a platform where ICT professionals could connect, collaborate, and drive meaningful change in Ghana's digital space. Their bond was forged through professional networks and personal friendships. But what truly united them was a deep conviction that the country needed a strong, inclusive body to champion ICT development. The discussions among the founding members were intense. They debated the structure and purpose of the organization. Some envisioned a simple association, while others, like Francis, who had an academic background, believed that a formal institute would carry more weight and impact. Eventually, the name Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana, IIPGH, was chosen, reflecting their broader ambition of creating a hub for ICT expertise, research, and advocacy. After the official formation of the institute in March 2017, Kafui joined the team of founders in June of the same year to support and help nurture the organization. Over the years, we've built a membership base of over 3,000 individuals. Our members benefit from a range of services, including networking opportunities, professional development programs, and access to the latest industry insights.
Over the last 8 years, the ICT development in Ghana has been a journey of sacrifice. Mainly to do with the institute, we have been championing this in our own small ways to be able to influence exactly as our mission states and to push the ICT development agenda as rightly other governments have also been pushing. So as part of professional development programs,
Ban has been used coding to students. Some communities visited include Chiame Ofuasi Ayrebi, Apam, Nsawam, and Agona Swedro, among others. This mobile program ensures that even those in remote and underserved communities have access to essential digital education. Equipped with laptops and 3D printers and IoT kits, the caravan provides hands-on coding experiences, sparking interest in technology and innovation among young learners.
We started this coding in 2018 with just 3 students who were learning how to develop simple programs, simple games, and all that, and simple websites. And this turned into a big idea for us, where we pushed this conversation to schools. Private schools held it up. We engaged over 15 to 20 schools every weekend, where their students were learning with us physically till COVID hit. When COVID struck, we pushed everything online, and we opened this up to everybody, including countries in the African region. We have students in Zimbabwe, Zambia, we have students in South Africa, and also outside Africa. We have students in the USA, we have students in the Canada and all that.
Industry Academia Tech Dialogue is an initiative that bridges the gap between industry and academia, fostering collaboration to address skills development and employment opportunities. Each quarterly event unites educators, students, industry experts, and government officials to discuss key issues like remote IT service delivery and business process outsourcing (BPO). Inducted ensures academic programs align with industry needs and highlights emerging technologies such as data analytics and artificial intelligence (AI). This initiative has enhanced job readiness among graduates and driven innovation and economic growth in Ghana. Serves as a unifying platform for ICT professionals across Africa, aimed at promoting excellence in the field of technology through education, networking, and collaboration among its members with the goal of bringing together a community of like-minded professionals who share a passion for advancing technology and driving innovation in Africa. Founded in 2022, its founding members are ICT Association of Zimbabwe, ICT-AZ, Information and Communications Technology Association of Zambia, ICT-AZ, Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana, IIPGH, ICT Association of Uganda, ICT-AU, South African ICT Association, SAICTA, with its first elected president from Ghana, David Go, IIPGH.
In all these activities IIPGH has been doing over the years, we've caught the attention of the international community, notably the African continent, where we were part of the formation of the Technology Information Confederation Africa, called the TICON Africa. So in 2022, IIPGH was part of the founding members of TICON Africa. There were 6 initial founding members, and currently we have 13 member countries.
Business and Financial Times, BNFT newspaper agency in November 2017, and has since been allocated a column for weekly ICT news publications called ICT Insights with the Institute of ICT Professionals. This is part of the awareness, education, and training drive of the Institute to keep people well informed and well educated in the tech space. Over 352 articles on technology have been published so far.
This 8th year is the journey of new beginnings, and as we all know, number 8 is a number signifying new beginnings. It will be a journey to improve. To thank our local partners and international partners. We say a big our local partners and international partners. We say a big thank you to you.
Also my pleasure to invite Madam Grace Enimieboa to handle this ceremony, and Madam is going to inaugurate the new Executive Director of IIPGH. Madam is a board member. Please, let's welcome her.
Thank you, Amabawa. May I please invite Mr. Richard Kafui Amanfo up front. This is a very solemn occasion, and I encourage you to join Kafui in swearing in his oath as the new Executive Director of IIPGH. So Kafui, you will say after me, I,
Richard Kafui Amanfo,
do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute my duties as the Executive Director of the Institute of ICT Professionals, Ghana. And will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and promote the mission, vision, and values of the Institute. I do further pledge
I do further pledge
to uphold integrity,
to uphold integrity,
honesty, and transparency
honesty, and transparency
towards fostering a vibrant and inclusive ICT ecosystem in Ghana.
an inclusive ICT ecosystem in Ghana.
I commit to upholding the principles of professionalism, innovation, and excellence in all my endeavors. With the support of our members, partners, and stakeholders, I will strive to advance the Institute's objectives, enhance the growth of the ICT sector, and contribute to the socio-economic development of our nation, Ghana. So help me God.
So help me God.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, Executive Director.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Grace. We appreciate. A round of applause for our new Executive Director. A round of applause. Congratulations to you, Mr. Richard Kafui Amanfo. For whatever reason, he doesn't like the Richard very much, but today he mentioned the full name. We acknowledge all your effort over the years. Protocol-wise, he should be speaking at this time, but I've already broken one protocol without any apology, and I'm going to do another one, but this one with apology. We will take the remarks by our guest speaker, Dr. Nwole. Dr. Nwole is the CEO in Punto Technologies. Please, with a hand of applause.
Okay, so I would prefer some slide. I prepared a speech, but as a teacher, I would want to rely on slides, right? Okay. So, representative of the minister, Bishop, and our regulator, our sector regulator, Doc Kevo, who is our regulator in the ICT sector, Nita Boss, the board of IIPGH, the outgone executive, David, and the new executive signed in, Mr. Kafui, and all the members and professionals. Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to listen to what I have to share. Transforming lives through ICT, 8 years of journey, signifying a new beginning, like Mr. Kafui said. I was thinking in my company, we are also 8 years. Should I step down? But I don't think I want to do that. It's a new beginning. So I want to congratulate David for this job. Because when the thing is becoming sweet and it's becoming stable, then I have to step down. I don't think I want to do. So I really congratulate politicians when they are stepping down. It's not easy at all. So David, I don't think I want to do that. But Kafui, congratulations again for that job. IIPGH has been a strong supporter of Punto Technology. And I have not taken this platform lightly. I'm very anxious. And I remember when I was going to defend my PhD, my professor told me that for you to perform very well, you need a level of anxiety to be able to do very well. And I am anxious. And I'm anxious because it is this same platform that began the journey of the path that we wanted to go. And today we are excited that I'm having the same platform again to share this journey. So I want to thank David and IIPGH for always allowing us to have this platform, to try certain things and to let the world see what we are doing. And most of you might not have known what we are doing, but David has visited our office to encourage me. I remember sometimes in some of the travels, he would try to guide us. Remember, but I have never told him this, right? And when we started our business or so, giving us opportunity to do that. So it's the same platform that I have. I want to talk about a journey. And this journey is a journey of Ubuntu and how it matches with IIPGH. So 2017, we decided to take a bold step into the AI journey. And whilst we were taking that journey, the journey was that I speak fast, so I'm trying to be able to slow down a bit so we can all understand that. And that journey was to see how best the conversation around the world, the African continent, can be part of that conversation. So we started this AI journey, and that was a result of my PhD work. Then we visited certain organizations. Anytime we visited these organizations, all that we hear was that we are already doing it. And what were they doing? They were doing something called business intelligence. And there was a confusion between business intelligence and artificial intelligence. So there was the BI and there's AI. And working at MTN for 9 years as an OSS engineer, all that I was working on was on business intelligence tool, working on as an OSS person. So we're using business intelligence tool to advise management or the telecom sector on how to take the right decision on the new cell site or how they can create new cell site, or even advise management on which expansion should do. So that's what got my interest. So I remember going back to MTN again as part of my research, and they told me they are already using AI. And I was surprised because I was the last person who occupied the position. And I felt that you were not utilizing that. So research started coming in. I also approached banks. Wow, I see my boss here. Welcome, Doc. So I'm privileged. So then I approached banks, I approached insurance companies. There was also the same conversation. So I needed to go back to build that industry so that it becomes easier for people to do that. It was that same time conversations like ChatGPT had started. So we have a video on YouTube that shows that we had even launched our product before them. And it was on this platform that we demonstrated. So there's some video which was playing before that. That was that application. ChatGPT was not launched by then. So we had done that on the African continent, but we did not have the opportunity to be able to say, today, by the grace of God, I'm having the same platform, and I can see GH1, and I can see Joy Business News here. So it means that the world will start hearing that. So I thank you again for that opportunity. So that's how we started. So how does the AI journey start? So we realized that, okay, instead of going to push the model to people, let me focus on getting enough data that would allow us to be able to get the model which has contextual information from the African context. So we started going into different areas. So instead of building the model, we started doing SMS notification. We started doing USSD. We started doing emails. We started doing bulk messaging. And to some extent, we started sending over 200 million messages a month. This was a lot of data to process. We started doing email notifications. Understanding the privacy and the security concerns of most people, we had to train my partner to go to Queen Mary University to go and learn the nuances that would affect those of us who are engineers who want to be able to move. So she had to get an LLM to come and guide us on how to move that journey. So we started that journey. Then now we started building contests. So that was the first journey. Then how did we do that? We realized that there was a way we needed to train it. So we went to a model called a supervised fine-tuning. So when we got the data now, how do we get supervised fine-tuning? So we went to churches, got all the preachings from 2000 up to 2021, right? And we keep on doing that. So we were getting the preachings from churches, we got in from religious, went to the archives, went to Ghana Library, and went to the radio stations, transcribed most of their information. And that was what joined us in making sure that we would label all this data. We were doing supervised fine-tuning. So every long vacation, because I'm teaching the university and collaborating with other universities, we picked over 1,000 students. And all that they were doing was to label this data to say that, okay, when I see Adikam, what does that mean? It means that the person is likely to be late for 30 minutes or 40 minutes and all those ones, based on a lot of data that we were being trained. So we took our time to train all this data, looking at the tree jargons, the gang jargons, the ever jargons, and all those jargons. We were intentional in making sure that we get that done. And that's how we did. So after doing this supervised fine-tuning, we went ahead to do reinforced learning from human feedback. So we realized that we picked about 7 students, and they will work on a certain kind of data. So the degree, so we created a voting classifier, which meant that by the time this person says that this is true, about more than 50% should say that this is true before we would allow that. So that was what we did, reinforced learning. And again, we were using students, then the COVID came in. And it even expanded the student to over 2,000, 3,000 students because others would go online. We understood the fact that people will not do the right thing. We removed all those nuances. Then we went now to see how do we localize those contests. So we went to the localized AI training. So we now had to train our model that we started creating. Then we launched it. And when we launched it some years back, I think 2020, we came to this platform and we showed how to do some level of prediction. We did not allow that to slow down. We now moved to a new technology called RAG and TAG, which is Retrieval Augmented Generation and Table Augmented Generation. And that's what we are using today in building that. That was the launch of Snowlay, a tool called Snowlay. Next slide. Whilst we were doing this, we needed to also transform lives in tandem with the team that we have today. These students that we got, these over 1,000 students that we're training, we were intentional in picking over 32 students, which we granted them with full scholarship. We gave them laptops, we're giving them stipends every month across the universities. I think we focus on public university for now. And these people have joined, some of them have joined our company. Others didn't join, but that was not our intention. Our intention was to make sure that the support that they helped us build this model, this is how also we're rewarding them for that. We also identified in building that one of the data sources that we needed was to get ERP services like HR services, financial service, and all that. But it was difficult for us to have that integration. So we took a 1-year journey to build our own ERP system to understand the Ghanaian market. We partnered with the Association of Ghana Industry, and by then GA had started supporting businesses. So they funded, so MasterCard and GIZ funded about 150 organizations for us to build that system to transform these businesses. So we were able to build our own ERP services, and that allowed businesses to also come on. So it's competing with QuickBooks, Tally, Zoho, and all that, and Seamless HR and all that. So we built system right from our local context. And we also allowed businesses to digitalize and integrated AI to it. Talking about fourth industrial revolution, moved away from the fourth industrial revolution, and we are in the fifth industrial revolution. And if Ghana, we do not take a stance, or Africa, we do not take a stance, it's going to be a problem. What is the fourth industrial revolution? I think we all know industrial revolution. I think we all know that. I will not preach to the choir. Utilizing AI, robotics in the manufacturing sector, trying to automate all those things. What is the fifth industrial revolution? It is the collaboration between AI and human. And in going into this kind of AI conversation, there is the infrastructure side, and there is the model development side, and there are those who will be evangelists. Obviously, in the infrastructure side, there was no way we could have competed. Africa, we do not have those kind of funding to do that, so I do not want to compete in that space. NVIDIA and Rise, even still, they have a huge funding. They have a lot of opportunity. So we left it for them. And we were, Mr. Francis Gachi, who was part of the board members, introduced us to NVIDIA, and we got funding from NVIDIA to use GPUs over a number of years to help us train our model. So that's one of help from IIPGH as well, because he belongs to this sector. That is how we started training our model. So we, So that's how we got the cloud. But because we knew that that was not the space, we left it for the international market. The model space is where we can compete. And contest, very important. Contest is very important. And it's very important because most of these trained models were trained with certain biases. And it doesn't have the nuances that we have here. Our cultural nuance, our religious nuance, our traditional nuance, and how we behave and all that, it doesn't have that. That is what we have to our advantage. And we took our time to build them. The next part is the evangelist. An example of evangelist is a platform like IIPGH, giving us a platform to ensure that we can showcase all these things. That is the space here. So next slide. I have 7 minutes, so I have to. So the next slide. We at Ubuntu have built a tool. So I'm giving you use cases how we have done. So I've explained the journey that we have spent. So the use case, we've called a tool called Snowlay. It's on App Store and Play Store. So even whilst we are here, what it helps you to do is that some of the use cases where it can transcribe all the conversation that we are having here. And beyond the transcription, it will categorize exactly the conversation, who said what, and at what point did they say that one, and give certain kind of recommendation. It allows us to chat later on to say, okay, what did the speaker say? Can we confirm online? It goes online to check all these things. This is a platform. When I go to church, this is what I use to listen to my preaching. So I use it. It has a template, allows me to summarize all the preaching and all that. I had a meeting with someone yesterday, and we utilized that, a legal person. I asked him to utilize that. So now it allows him to focus on meetings, whilst this would be able to transcribe that. And you can begin to chat with it as well. Other use case that we have done also is that we realized that in the education sector, it was important for children to learn that. So for example, in schools, children go and learn, and the teacher will ask, do you understand a certain concept? About 10% will not understand. They will say no. The teacher would ask again, do you understand? He or she will teach in another format. The teacher will ask, do you understand? And they are likely to say yes because they are shy, because some of their colleagues would have said they understood those kind of concepts. These concepts affect children because they might lose on a certain gap, and over a period of time, they realize that learning becomes a bit difficult. Others would understand a certain concept. Later, when they meet a different teacher, they are not good students again, or vice versa. They are good students, and later they are bad students, and later they become good students. How do we use AI to solve these things? So in my house, I have blocked ChatGPT, I have blocked anything, and they are using Snowlay AI. And it's a tool called NIMZ, which is called Tutor Me. And what it does is that instead of giving the answers to their children, which today, by the way, we are going to produce, what AI is going to do is that it is producing children who will not be critically thinking over a period of time. How do we solve that or arrest this? Our tool is developed in such a way that when you go and ask the question, it will not give you the answer. It will lead you on to teach you several ways to be able to do that. When you do not understand, you can ask as many times that you do not understand the concept. It would find millions ways of doing that, because it's impossible for a teacher to find million ways of doing that. They might have 2 or 3 ways, and it will teach you. When it had found the answer now, it has profiled the student's thinking. The next time the student is being taught again, it will teach you in that kind of format, and it allows you to be able to follow that kind of conversation. That is an example that we have used. Next slide. In my organization, I don't interview people anymore. The AI interviews that. I will not bore you with some of these jargons because of time limited. The AI teaches you that. We've seen some of the video people. It's difficult for you to cheat, and it will profile you, recommend the kind of courses for you. So anyone of you who might have encountered my campaign, you realize that it's purely an AI which is teaching you all those things. Let's go to the next 2 slides. There is a reason why, here's this place. There's a reason why I'm bringing this conversation. America is spending over $200 billion in that space, and they are working with the private sector to be able to do that. China is spending over $150 billion in this space, and they are working with the private sector. DeepSeek is changing that, and they are doing that. They are seeing over less than $6 million were invested. The French president recently, 3 weeks ago, said they are spending over 109 billion euros to spend in this space. The European Union together saying that they are going to spend over $50 billion in this space. How much is Ghana positioning themselves? How much is Africa positioning themselves? Sector industry has positioned themselves, like IIPGH, in Puntu, and many other companies have positioned themselves in that space to be able to put themselves. Can government partner with us to be able to see that, look, this is what we have done? When DeepSeek launched, we were laughing because they are running on GPUs. We are running on CPU. By the way, I have been invited to the United States of America. They themselves, they are paying my tickets, they are paying for everything for them to come and understand what we are doing here, right? I was supposed to travel today, but it has been postponed. I don't know what's happening in America, but that's the journey. So others are finding interest in this. We are calling on government. I've had a personal conversation with the government recently, which I will not mention, to discuss some of these conversations. And we're welcoming in Ulster. So we have a government who is prepared to be able to do that, but we'll continue to push with IIPGH to make sure that this is on course. So let's go to the next 2 slides. I want to thank IIPGH on this 8-year journey for always giving us this platform of partnership to showcase what we have done. 8 years signifies new beginning, and my hope for Mr. Kafu is that I wish him all the best and would continue to give all the organizations, not only in Puntu, a platform like that to showcase what we are doing and continue to help us in the issue of collaboration. Continue to push for the LI that the chairman was speaking about. And I want to thank you very much for this opportunity. The call to action is that government should support our sector and industry should continue to liaise in that form. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Stephen. Thank you. I sincerely think that we wanted to hear more. And I believe this is also a very good platform. We have Nita here, we have the boss himself, and then we also have the sector minister's representative. And I believe that these will be carried beyond the wings of the media. This, I believe, will be on the table of the sector.
I think between you and I, we are IIPGH because our colors are. You understand? Yeah?
Don't deceive yourself.
It's working. Good morning, everybody, and happy to be here with you. Amma, please. Yes. So, he's speaking? Okay. All right. My father always said, when you go to a new town, don't be in a hurry to talk too much. Observe and see what's happening and before you fit in. And that's exactly what I have done. We now have a speech by the new executive director of the IIPGH. Let's welcome Mr. Richard Kafui Amanfu.
Representative of the Minister, fellow dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is an honor and a privilege to accept this new role as the new Executive Director of the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana. As we celebrate our 8th anniversary under the theme, Transforming Lives Through ICT, 8 years of impact and inspiration, I am filled with gratitude for the remarkable journey we have embarked on and the achievements we have chalked together. Over the past 8 years, IIPGH, under the able leadership of Mr. David Gow, has spearheaded advancements in promoting ICT education and fostering professional development across Ghana. Our mission has been to empower individuals and businesses for success in the digital economy, and I take great pride in highlighting our substantial achievements in this domain. Under our commitment to advancing digital literacy and professional development, IIPGH has successfully implemented impactful awareness and capacity building programs. Our cybersecurity awareness initiative, in collaboration with key stakeholders, has empowered IIPGH internship program has bridged the gap between academic learning and industry practice, providing young professionals with invaluable hands-on experience. Furthermore, our Persons with Disability Initiative underscores our dedication to inclusivity, ensuring that individuals, regardless of physical ability, can fully access and benefit from opportunities in the ICT sector. These and many other initiatives have collectively addressed the digital skills gap in our country, and we are committed to continuing this important work at the Institute. However, our success would not have been possible without the firm support and dedication of our vibrant community of over 2,500 members and our partners. It is your passion, expertise, and commitment to excellence that have propelled our achievements forward. Our commitment to inclusivity is demonstrated through our ICT Inclusivity for Persons with Disability initiative. We did coding lessons for autistic children, physically challenged children, and groups of hearing impaired students. These students who previously had limited access to technology have now developed essential digital skills and great interest in becoming proficient in ICT and its related derivatives in society. This initiative has inspired us to expand our reach and plan visits to larger schools and communities for persons with disabilities. Another success story is our Women in ICT program, which aims to bridge the gender gap in the sector. Through this program, we have provided training and mentorship to females, equipping them with the skills and confidence to pursue careers in ICT and related fields. As we look to the future, I am excited about the possibilities that lie ahead. Some key goals we aim to achieve include expanding our reach. We plan to introduce new programs and initiatives that would extend our impact to more regions across Ghana. By doing so, we aim to ensure that ICT education and professional development opportunities are accessible to many, regardless of their location. We will continue to build and strengthen partnerships with local and international stakeholders, collaborating with industry leaders, educational institutions, and government agencies. Will enable us to leverage resources and expertise to drive innovation and growth. We are committed to providing continuous professional development opportunities for our members through our workshops, seminars, and training sessions that cover a wide range of topics in emerging technologies, from basic digital literacy to advanced technical skills. Promoting digital inclusion is another focal area at the Institute. We will continue to champion initiatives that promote digital inclusion, particularly for underserved communities and individuals with disabilities. In today's fast-paced world, ICT is crucial for economic growth, innovation, and societal development. As technology becomes integral to all aspects of life, it is essential for the nation to prioritize and invest in the ICT sector, which includes telecommunications, internet services, electronic payments, software development, and training institutions. In alignment with the government's digital transformation agenda, the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana is reinforcing its partnerships with key agencies to advance the nation's ICT ecosystem. Having collaborated with the Cybersecurity Authority since its inception in shaping the Cybersecurity Act 2020, the Institute remains actively engaged in the CSA's Industry Forum and independent assessors. IIPGH is deepening collaboration with the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovations, and its agencies, including NCA and GIFEC, to drive digital capacity building initiatives. Further, the Institute plans to extend its partnership to the Ghana Investment Promotion Center to attract investments, expand resources, and enhance competitiveness for its members and the broader ICT industry. We will strengthen our partnership with the Ghana Education Service to expand our practical training programs in public schools and communities. These collaborations are essential in addressing key challenges in the sector, including inadequate infrastructure, the shortage of trained personnel, limited access to digital devices, and the need for sustainable job creation. We will reflect on our achievements and chart the path forward. I extend a call to action to our members, stakeholders, and the government. To our members, I urge you to remain actively engaged with IIPGH, participate in our programs, and share your expertise like you have always done. Your contributions are vital to our collective growth. To our stakeholders, let us deepen our collaborations, leveraging our combined resources and expertise to drive innovation and growth in the ICT sector. To the government, we seek your continued support in advancing policies and initiatives that promote ICT practice and regulation, digital infrastructure development, ICT education, and digital inclusion. Your commitment is critical in fostering an environment that drives economic growth, enhances education, and creates sustainable jobs. By working closely with IIPGH, together we have achieved great things, and together we will continue to make a lasting impact on our society. Thank you, and here's to many more years of transforming lives through ICT. Happy anniversary to us, and thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Manfo, new Executive Director of the Institute of ICT Professionals, Ghana. We're going to take some photos now. Can we have some help to move the podium?
This is what business intelligence is all about. So I'm able to pick what events that has already taken place. And based on that historic data, and I'll tell you, the network sales cycle behave this way. I'll pick maybe the stock market historically, and I'll say that this is what happened. For example, I'm looking at the weather here. What do you think is going to happen? Rain, right? How did you do that? You pick historical data and you did that. So you did some level of what analytics. And this is what most people thought they were having. So what you were doing was what is called a descriptive nature.
A lot of entrepreneurs or young people who want to appreciate technology and use it to solve problems are creating apps or stuff that are not really touching grounds with the realities. So you almost every platform, you find young people saying, I've created this app that can do this, I've created that. But we go into it and realize that it has not even be able to solve 0.5% of the problem that we have.
But how to build them sometimes is a problem. People say don't use certain things, but I always advise that I spend 10 Ghana cedis a day, full stop, home. Nice password. I, capital, spend, normal letter, Ghana, 40, cedi, the dollar sign, I can use dollar sign, 40. So it is there, alphanumeric is there. Then I'll add a full stop at the end. It's about 30. So you could be around yourself, but be careful you don't use your names, your date of birth, and all that other people can know. But use something
On the AFOS Foundation and the DigiVibe project. Let's welcome Cynthia Ejiriwa Asiedu.
Thank you, Kafui.
Welcome.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Morning.
All protocol duly observed. Please, can you put up my slides? Yeah. So, first of all, I would like to say congratulations to IIPGH on your 8th anniversary and to Kafui for your new role as the Executive Director. For us at AFOS Foundation, IIPGH has been a great partner right from our first project here in Ghana in 2020, and we wish you all the best and look forward to meaningful collaborations in future. So looking at the theme, Transforming Lives Through ICT, I captioned my presentation today. Previous slide, please. Yeah. So I captioned the relevance, requirements, and opportunities for the integration of women in the workplace by way of introducing you to our DigiVibe project, the Female Young Professionals ICT for Business Development. Next. So a bit of information about AFOS Foundation. 20 years we've had activity in Nigeria and then Zimbabwe, and then we are also present in Asia and Latin America. And the main goal is to create jobs through training and education. And then for our projects, the main partners have been associations and then the other private sector companies and the public sector. Next, please. So our projects are mainly funded by the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, that's the BMZ, via SEQA, under the special initiative, Decent Work for Just Transition. So for our projects in Ghana, the main objective is to support Ghanaian partners in integrating young female professionals into ICT-related jobs, to promote gender-inclusive economic development, and to empower female entrepreneurs and ICT professionals. Next, please. So we're looking at just a bit of inspiration as to where we are coming from as a project and what we seek to achieve. Looking at the current state of gender diversity in the workplace, I'm even looking at this place, like the membership here, and I see like a few women here. So it's obvious that women make up just the smaller proportionate of the workforce. And then in 2022, women made up only 28% of the tech workforce. And when it comes to leadership, it's not encouraging at all. About 5% men in the tech space, that is Regina Hunu. And so it is obvious that when women are given the opportunity or in the support system needed, they are able to thrive. Next, please. So what are the requirements for successful integration of women in the workspace? On one hand, we are looking at policies and practices that support gender inclusivity. And then we are also looking at the necessary skills that women need. So with the policy side, we are looking at inclusive hiring practices, equal pay and opportunities, commitment to diversity and inclusion, and supportive work culture. Because usually men and women face different problems. So if the workspace or the culture is toxic, it really affects women and the output that they bring. And then the second, on the other hand, we have the necessary skills, which includes the ICT-related training programs, mentorship, and coaching. Next slide. So the opportunities for integration, we are looking at the emerging sectors in Ghana: e-commerce, fintech, edtech, agri-tech, and then cybersecurity. These are emerging sectors that women can capitalize on to also make contributions into the workspace. And then we're also looking at the mentorship and coaching, or mentorship programs and initiatives. And this brings me to the DigiVibe Junior Consultant Program. Next slide, please. So the DigiVibe is our current project. And the main partner, it's a partnership project, and AFOS Foundation is the German partner in collaboration with IIPGH, particularly the Women Wing. We have We Rise, Auli, and then the Women Haven Africa in Kumasi. So those are the main implementing partners of this project. And the overall objective is that more women get decent ICT-related jobs and contribute to gender-inclusive economic development and digital transformation in Ghana. And the project aim is that the Business Membership Association, that is the IIPGH, AULI, and the We Rise Network, are equipped to bring young female professionals into ICT-related decent jobs in Ghana. Next, please. So a core part of our project, the DigiVibe project, is the Junior Consultancy Program. The Junior Consultancy Program was piloted in our previous project. Our previous project mainly focused on digital capacity building in two areas: data science and business intelligence. And at the time, our main partners were the universities, UCC and then Accra Technical University. And then after the training, we realized that the traditional internship programs were not available to all the students. And so this idea of junior consultancy came up, where we looked at the departments in the institutions and also small businesses around the universities, their digital need, and then put the students in groups so that based on the skills that they've acquired, they would build solutions for the need. So they built dashboards and other stuff for the small businesses. So from that program, we have the inspiration for the Junior Consultants Program, where in this case, we are focused. This will be offered to then the employability skills, the soft skills that are required to be able to thrive at the workspace. And these focal areas of training are based on the needs assessments of our partners, the associations. So based on their memberships, the needs assessments they made, and they realized that these were the needs that the small businesses or the memberships of the associations needed. So these are the focal areas of the training. Next slide, please. So how do we get involved? As members of the IIPGH, I know that some of you are employers and others are employees. So you can sign up as an employer if you think that you want to give opportunity to these young people to be able to also show the skills that they have, or individuals can sign up as mentors. And then you'll be able to have a pool of qualified female professionals. So this brings me to the end of my presentation. The IIPGH Women Wing presentation follows, and then they would let you know what's the next steps to sign up? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cynthia Jerewa Asiedu from AFOS Foundation for your presentation. I wanted to ask what DigiVibe stood for. Is there any meaning for the vibe? Why is it DigiVibe? Okay, I get it. Our sponsors, you can see them over there, Mpontu Technologies, AFOS, Godi, that must be Tech.com, Yadaba Communications, IDEC, we have eCard as well, graphics, as well as Accent Corp, and IDEC Tech Digital, and Business and Financial Times. Thank you very much for all your sponsorship for a presentation by the women at the Institute for ICT Professionals, Ghana. Let's welcome Mause Nyavo Dusi and Gifty Mote.
Good morning to our dignitaries, our invited guests, and fellow professionals. And congratulations to you, our new executive director. I saw the look on David's face when you were giving your acceptance speech. It felt this way. I've not made a bad decision. Chance in the age of dial-up. One touch. That's Ghana Telecom era. I'm sure the Gen Zs cannot relate. So recently, when you have meetings and they are complaining about internet glitches, I just laugh. You don't know what we put up with to even be mentored. So I found myself in the space of ICT, telco, to be precise, years back. Those times, there was no structured program like AFOS, like partners like this, trying to have partnership of IIPGH. It wasn't there, IIPGH wasn't there. But I met gentlemen who mentored me and coached me to have hands-on experience. And I started as a telecom engineer. I'm now in fintech, still applying technology stuff. So that is to tell you that when you transform the life of a lady, she can transform the lives of so many people. I know we are busy professionals. Some of us have our own businesses, or some of us are in management positions in our organizations. Let's do what to embrace this partnership, avail ourselves to be mentors, and coach the young ladies that are going to be availed to us. And usually, what happens with people who want to mentor, they go like, the people are not serious. But the selection process is so vigorous, the training process is very comprehensive. So you are going to meet young ladies who are highly spirited, talented, and I entreat you all to give them this chance. So we are now going to guide you through how to sign up to this program so that the young and vibrant ladies that will be available, or they are already available, of the ICT ecosystem. So I'll hand over to Gifty to take us through the survey form.
Thank you, Mausi. So this project, as we've heard from Cynthia already, is about the young female graduates. We want to bridge the gender gap when it comes to ICT, and also to create more inclusive digital to complete that survey. Thank you. Yes, there is a QR code on the screen.
done. All right, okay, all right. The ladies are done, thank you. The ladies, let's appreciate them. Mouse and Gifty. Yeah, always brought the vibe to us. Thank you so much. Okay, we will now hear from our regulator, and he's the Acting Director General at the National Information Technology Agency, NITA. Let's welcome Dr. Mark Oliver Kevo.
Thank you. Bishop, representing my minister, and I stand on all other members of this esteemed institution. Somewhere 2017, around August, I had enrolled in a PhD in the University of Ghana. Discussed with my supervisor to look at graduate information system curriculum in sub-Saharan Africa and the expectations of industry, and to examine whether there is some competency gaps between what industry expects and what the academia were also providing to students. And as part of my study, I had planned to do a Delphi study where I needed ICT professionals to sit around a table and brainstorm on what they think to see the fruits of the efforts today. And I think we must congratulate the pioneering leadership once more. As we celebrate the milestone of IIPGH, we must also take a moment to reflect on the immense potential that ICT holds for national development. And the reason the theme for today's event, Transforming Lives Through ICT, 8 Years of Impact and Inspiration, resonates deeply with the government's vision of leveraging ICT as a catalyst for economic transformation, job creation, and national development. The government's commitment, as outlined in the NDC's Resetting Ghana Manifesto 2024, places ICT at the heart of our economic and social progress. First is the need for robust regulation in the ICT ecosystem. The digital revolution has reshaped industries and societies, and effective regulation is crucial to harness its full potential. Recognizing this, the government is committed to a key review of the various acts, the NITA Act, the NCA Act, the Cybersecurity Act, Data Protection Act, and all the relevant acts and legislative instruments to ensure the effective regulation. Our goal is to establish a clear legal and regulatory framework that fosters innovation, protects consumers, and enhances the credibility of ICT professionals in Ghana. Currently, anybody can just get up and say, I'm an ICT professional, get into an organization, including government organizations, take a contract, take a job, do a bad job, and then we start complaining. That is the reason why we must regulate the ICT professional space. Some key areas of focus for the review include creating a national information highway to enhance broadband connectivity nationwide, standardizing ICT professional certification to align with global best practices. In other countries, you can't get government contract when you are not a professional ICT practitioner. You can't also do private work as an entrepreneur or as a consultant when you are not an accredited or certified ICT professional. And that is what we must begin to do in Ghana. Next, government is interested in building digital infrastructure and promoting innovation. So the government is prioritizing the expansion of broadband infrastructure, the development of regional ICT parks, and the transformation of GIFEC into the Digital Economy and Innovation Development Fund. And these initiatives are designed to support startups, enhance digital literacy, and create a pipeline for future ICT professionals. For example, the expansion of the Dawa ICT Park into a world-class innovation hub is also a crucial step towards positioning Ghana as a technology leader in Africa. Additionally, government's $50 million FinTech Growth Fund aims to support digital entrepreneurs, ensuring that Ghana remains 1,000 jobs in the ICT sector. And here in this room, many have mentioned and made reference to government 1 million kudos and talking about inclusive. Yes, we are very particular about inclusivity. All those things contribute and impact our currency. So we want solutions that are homegrown, that government can adopt and utilize. So once again, I congratulate IIPGH on their 8 years of impact and inspiration. As we move forward, let us work together, government, private sector, and professional bodies, to build a robust digital economy that transforms lives, drives industrialization, and creates opportunity for all. Thank you, and may we continue to innovate for a brighter, more connected Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kevo, who is the Acting Director General of the National Information Technology Agency. For those of you who just joined us on YouTube, you're welcome to the 8th anniversary celebration of the Institute of ICT Professionals, Ghana. Our theme is transforming lives through ICT, 8 years of impact and inspiration. We couldn't have done this without the sponsorship of these partners, ADEC Digital, Impuntu Technologies, Delbon Technologies, ECAD Graphics, Air Force Foundation for Entrepreneurial Development Corporation, Accent Corporation, Business and Financial Times, Godi Africa, and Yadaba Communications. We will now of Communication, Digital Technology, and Innovations, and representing him this
to wear. You need to do certain practices in your room to see how you walk. The opportunity to wear such shoes. We are very careful and particular. And then let me apologize to the media. I will not speak to the media. So this is a speech by the Honorable Minister Samuel Nate George on your occasion of your 8th anniversary. So Dr. Oliver Kevo, Acting Director General, Professor Fred, Board Chair, Board and Management members of IIPGH, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is both honor and privilege to join you today in commemorating the 8th anniversary of the Institute of ICT Professionals, Ghana. I extend my warm and heartfelt congratulations to the Institute for reaching this significant milestone and for the outstanding contributions to Ghana's ICT sector. At the outset, I wish to acknowledge the visionary leadership of outgoing Executive Director, David Gowu, whose dedication and commitment have been instrumental in shaping IIPG Ghana into the esteemed institution in today. Your efforts have laid a formidable foundation for the advancement of ICT in Ghana, and we deeply appreciate your service. I also extend my warmest congratulations to my brother, Kafui Amanfo, on his appointment as the Executive Director of this institute. With your extensive expertise and passion for ICT development, I am confident that you will propel the institution to even a greater height. The theme for today's celebration, Transforming lives through ICT, 8 years of impact and inspiration aligns seamlessly with the strategic vision of the Ministry of Communications, digital technology, and innovation. In an era characterized by rapid technological advancement, it is imperative to cultivate a culture of innovation, creativity, and excellence in ICT sector. The impact of digital technologies on economic growth, education, governance, and social development cannot be overstated. IIPG Ghana has been at the forefront of transformative journey through strategic programs such as the Coding Education for Ghana initiatives. Government is keen to collaborate with the Institute and other related organizations on the 1 Million Coders program, a bold initiative aimed at equipping Ghana's youth with critical digital skills. Moreover, IIPG Ghana flagship initiatives such as the Tech Job Fair have created invaluable employment opportunities and bridged the gap between employers and job seekers. Ladies and gentlemen, when the board and management of this institute, IIPG Ghana, paid a courtesy call on me last month, I was pleased to learn about the upcoming Telco Africa Conference, which the Institute will host in Africa from August 20 to 22nd this year. This Pan-African gathering of over 600 ICT professionals from over 30 countries will serve as a platform for collaboration, knowledge exchange, and policy dialogue. I am honored for my ministry to participate in this prestigious event. And I'm confident that it will yield valuable insight and impactful outcome for the advancement of ICT sector. As part of the government commitment to strengthen Ghana's ICT ecosystem, the ministry fully supports the promulgation of appropriate legislations to formalize and uphold professional standards in the ICT industry, ensuring sustainable growth and global competitiveness. The government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama remains steadfast in its commitment to advancing Ghana's digital agenda. Our strategic ICT policies, as outlined in our manifesto, include at least 300,000 skills employment opportunities for Ghanaian youth by partnering with local tech startups and businesses, establishing 50 million seed fund to drive the expansions of Ghana fintech sector, equipping youth with in-demand skills, digital skills to support Ghana's growing business processes outsourcing, BPO, and knowledge process outsourcing, the KPO ecosystem, and expanding access to digital resources by providing free Wi-Fi to all public sectors, cycles, and tertiary institutions nationwide. As we mark this momentous occasion, I wish to reaffirm the ministry's unwavering support for the initiatives and programs championed by relentlessly transform individuals' lives, but also significantly contributed to Ghana's digital economy. Congratulations once again on your 8th anniversary, and I look forward to our continued collaboration in shaping a future where technology serves as a catalyst for national development. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Bishop. If you hadn't added God bless you, I would have been very surprised. So thank you very much for reading that speech on behalf of the Honorable Samuel Nate George, MP, Minister for Communication, Digital Technology, and Innovation. We've come to a very important part of today's event, and this has to do with the induction of new members. And it's my pleasure to welcome to the lectern, Executive Director of IIPGH, Mr. Richard Kafui Amamfu, to do just that.
For some reason, I don't know why I hardly use Richard, but it's my name, so Richard Kafui. At this moment, we will be inducting our new members. This we started last year, where we involved our new members to participate in our IIPGH Day celebration. Last year, we were privileged to induct a number of them, and this year, we are repeating the same. If the new members are here, kindly join me in front here. Where are the citations? So they'll join me here. We'll read the citation. Okay, so we'll follow through with the citation. So when I say I, then you mention your name and we follow through. I, having met all the membership requirements of the Institute of ICT Professionals, Ghana, do solemnly pledge to abide by the rules of the Institute as a professional. I further pledge to pay my dues, to pay my dues, to pay my dues, and offer other assistance to support the operations of the Institute as required. I will offer myself for volunteerism as and when the Institute may require of me. I promise to conduct myself ethically in associating with other professionals of the Institute and the general public in the course of my work as a member. So help me God. Welcome to the Institute. So actually I was stressing on the dues part because that is one aspect that pushes our operations. And all members here are diligently and religiously. Thank you.
Sponsors. We'll start with IDEC. IDEC, please. Let's applaud IDEC as they solidarize with us on our 8th anniversary.
Wow, a surprise. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity. Good afternoon. Yeah, it's a beautiful occasion. It's good to be here. And I want to speak from the perspective of a technology entrepreneur. Opportunity, job creation, then you have opportunities for, edtech. For example, yeah, I know there are a lot of platforms that run programs. So you don't need to be physically available in a university environment, but you can take courses and become a professional. So online education becomes very important as well to complement the virtual employment and the job creation. Then you can look at medtech. So online, you can consult your doctor, and you have e-pharmacy. You can get your medical prescriptions even delivered to you. So these are all opportunities that are available. And all of this will lead to job creation. In towns, in our major towns, you see a lot of traffic congestions. Why are we not working on the concept of smart cities? Africa is evolving. Africa is finding our feet. And Africa is going to create jobs for millions of youth, talented youth, both for the export and for the local economies. The one area that is very important also is the BPO center, business operation centers, that will create a lot of jobs, and people will sit here and do jobs outside, all parts of the world. So you'll be creating jobs both locally and outside. So I think this initiative that has turned 8 years, we know the challenges the pioneers, the founding fathers went through. And through persistence and perseverance, supported by all of us, we are here today, and we have cause to be very grateful. We want to thank the regulators who have supported the Institute, and those of us in private business as entrepreneurs in the technology space for mainstreaming the environment to make it professional, to make it convenient so that we can deliver services to our target clients and get good customer experience. I think this is a fantastic job, and I can say kudos to the Institute. Kudos to all the board members, David Go in particular, and taking over Kafui, supported by all of us. I thank you all for coming. I'm grateful to be part of this program. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose Yena, the chairman of IDEC, for your warm words of solidarity. We'll now hear from Dr. Prince Kofi Klugesen, who is chairman of CELTEL. Dr. Klugesen, yes. You also have the same initials as PK Amabi.
Thank you very much. I think I'm very, very, very excited that I can now see the future of Ghana. Today, why I'm saying so is that the last 2 weeks have been very, very hectic. I chair the Education Forum in Ho, and then also the Economic Forum, in Accra. I always hear from David about this association, but you know that it's such a very organized and powerful group like this. I made a comment at the Economic Forum when I said, if the president agrees and allows the private sector to take over this economy, we'll fix it. Government will worry about debt, but debt is not a problem for the private sector. Many few years ago, I led various teams. We created NITA, we created GIFEC, we created stock exchange, many things. over the past. But the disconnections of the policy brought Ghana to where it is. Many people here does not even know that Silicon Valley was once a Galamsey site. If you do research, you know that California or Silicon Valley was Galamsey. The boy already Galamsey. Whatever government say, whatever they don't say, it doesn't mind them because they want to survive. So like David or others, whoever formed this association, did establish Stanford Institute and went and brought the boys, from the Galamsey site to Stanford Institute in Silicon Valley or San Francisco. Now, we were very young those days, as students there. The one tell to the other, the Galamsey site, which was California's bread and butter, today is a 5 trillion economy. So the boys took the Bay Area and they put Silicon there. If you go to Los Angeles to the boys and the girls, they put Hollywood there. So creative arts and ICT is the bedrock of the United States of America and the world today. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just something to do with people using their conscience and their mindset. I did not major in ICT. I did marketing, but many of the foundation of telecom ICT, I led to create. So when I heard about Kevo, I was so excited. Why? Because the policies of the Ministry of Communication changed the last 8 years. Totally changed. So many issues that are not relevant. Ghana is the headquarters of a 3 trillion economy called African Continental Trade. 3 trillion economy. And it has nothing to do with gold, diamonds, lithium, or whatever you're talking about. It has something to do with you groups here, the mindset. How do I do this to do that? Many of you worry about government. Don't worry about anything called government. Government is not in our space. What they give us is a license and a bye-bye. You give them bye-bye and you walk away. When you do it, they call you like, Donald Trump has brought in Elon Musk. Elon Musk didn't go, after Donald Trump. He brought him. Why? To their efforts, Donald Trump, the mindset of the people. This country, it's very, very, very powerful country. I was so surprised when David invited me to, Kenya. I was shocked when I saw this young man and all I've seen here. Represent 12-nation conference, government people in Kenya. When I arrived there, I was very, very shocked about their humility, what they are dispensing, the Ghanaians. And I became more encouraged because we also created Rwanda. Rwanda was created by we. The policy, Ghana ICT policy, which I chaired, created Rwanda because Ghana walked away from it. And then they took it away. If you go to Rwanda right now, all the Smart Africa Makwe were there. So, ICT is the most powerful for the next 20 years. I saw my son, from AGI, all this plenty talk. He should be a billionaire by now. So let us create billionaires, out of you guys. Don't worry about frustration. There are two bishops and all. They can just go, don't ask for anything. Tell them what they want and ensure they give it to you. That is their job. You see, there's too many brothel talk, English talk here and there. Unfortunately, AI does not understand. When you ask AI, it will tell you what you need. Not so. They don't understand what they talk about. Luckily, we have a very young minister who is very energetic, who is very positive. So let us see what we can do for the next 2 years, not 4 years. I told the National Economic Forum that government does not have 4 years, they only have 2 years. And the year is going. On Tuesday, government problem finishes when Autoforson presented his budget. As to where the revenue will come from is another matter. But I think that there's so many opportunities. Yesterday, I was at a government meeting up to about 10 p.m. My sons, my children, my friends, there's no connectivity anywhere. Just to connect the schools with internet and this, let them connect. tablets and laptops to teach. Look, University of Ghana, at the whole, the lady, when she sworn in as a VC, what she said was that, I wish that by the time I finish, all the students at University of Ghana has laptops, only laptops, to be connected. Today, I don't think it's even got a % of it. It's not difficult. So I really want to encourage you and assure you that I'm very encouraged what I've seen here today. We talk about smart city. We are creating a very big smart city in Ghana. It's been done already. We're doing a lot of things, but nobody has realized it. But the universities are the catalyst of development of ICT. You have about Stanford, you have about MIT, you have about Harvard. So let us make sure that the products from the universities, you are some people that the government can rely on. Do things that are above board. Don't worry about the buruchi things that they do. Let's do what we call the local content that can be to help you. With this, I want to encourage you and assure you that we're here to back you, we're here to help you, and I think that we'll succeed for the next 2 years. Ghana will be the headquarters, of technology for Africa.
Thank you very much, Dr. Klugeson, for the very inspiring words. We will now hear from the life patron of the Institute. He's also the CEO of Admin Telecom, Mr. Fred Kwame Lanyon.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I think all has been said already, and I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Kafui, because at least I've had the opportunity to follow IIPGH since its embryonic stage, and today we are celebrating their 8th anniversary, and that's quite positive. But at this point, I want us to reflect upon certain chapters in the history of Ghana, which will reflect leadership, the importance of leadership, the importance of priorities of a nation, the importance of decision-making, and then the importance of values of a nation. This history took place somewhere in the southern part of Ghana, in a small village that was originally called Anomansa. Anomansa was a fishing village. And somewhere in 1471, the Portuguese got to Anomansa. When they got there, they met the village chief, and the chief name was Nana Kwame Ansa. What will happen in the years ahead is what I'm sharing with you. Nana Kwame Ansa offered a piece of land to the Portuguese, which eventually became the Elmina Castle. Not only that, the Elmina, it changed the name of Elmina, which was originally Edina. It changed the entire place to Elmina in the first place. The funny thing was that when the Portuguese engaged in the trade, the barter trade with the inhabitants, they came in with another policies that the villagers have no right. The villagers have no right to barter trade with other European companies coming to the place. And they gave them a strong warning. The warning is that if we find you directly dealing with, apart from the Portuguese, if we find you dealing with the Europeans, you have your ears cut. And the next time that we find out, you'll be killed, you'll be executed. In all these things, Nana Kwame Ansa stayed silent and observed and just receiving gift from the Portuguese. This thing went on until Nana Kwame Ansa lost his village. That is, initially Edina became Portugal, until the whole area became how do you call it, of Portugal. This is to show how leadership and how do you call decision-making and then leadership affect a whole tribe or a whole nation. The worst part of it is that if Nana Hassan knew that one day this small village was going to be the open gate for slave trade, which took us to 400 years of slave trade, I believe that he would have checked his values. First of all, his personal value as the national value as a king or as a chief. Secondly, he would have checked his priorities. And third of all, it would have influenced his decision-making. This, I'm addressing it to the leaders of the nation, the stakeholders, that they are holding this nation. And therefore, whatever decision they take, they should take into consideration that they shouldn't be just receiving gift as Nana Kwame Nkrumah was receiving. Because nobody knew that this act of Nana Kwame Nkrumah was
PC and Del Bond. Would love to hear from you. If not, then I will call on the former executive director of IIPGH to deliver the closing remarks and the vote of thanks. And while he's coming here, I would just like to acknowledge our sponsors and partners, IDEC in Digital, Ubuntu Technologies, Del Bond Technologies, ECAD Graphics, AFOS Foundation for Entrepreneurial Development Corporation, Accent Corporation, Business and Financial Times.
I delivered the opening remarks, so I think it's appropriate that I end it. I'm really excited. Today's program really, really impactful. First, I want to thank all of you here first for your support and dedication. Hello? Hello? Yeah. People who have really opened their doors when we started the organization. But with everything, normally you get a lot of people supporting, then people get tired, then it's like a stone rolling down a hill. You gather some sand, some will go, but the focus should be, are we making progress? And I think today I'm really fulfilled. I feel that we are making a lot of progress. Leaders in the industry are embracing the concept and the ideas. And I also want to thank my family. I mean, I said it earlier, but my family has really supported me, for my wife and my extended family. I have my cousins here. Kafwide, one of them. You may not know, but it's my cousin. Also, Charles Fries. They were all there those early days when we started. So I contacted them. They gave me a lot of contacts and also very experienced people in the industry. Mr. Kwame Lanyo, for example, why do we say he's a life patron of the Institute? So Mr. Kwame Lanyo actually gave us his office at times, and Bernard, we were just starting then, 2017, and he said, okay, you will give us a column in the newspaper for free. So since November 2017, we've been publishing articles in the newspaper, Business and Financial Times, without paying a cedi. And The publications in the Business and Financial Times actually gave this institution a lot of credibility. Because if you get an organization operating a small office, but you see them in the news or in the newspaper every Monday, and we have a column in the newspaper, we actually got a lot of people registering and becoming members of the institute through that publication. And since that time, Bernard and his team supported all our media engagements. Today, he mobilized a lot of media houses to be here, and they're going to carry our message to the public. So I still want to say a big thank you to Bernard and his team from Yadaba Communications and the good job that they've done for us. I really want to appreciate them. Then we have some seniors in the industry that have actually been following what we've been doing for a while, and they embrace it. They started supporting us, and even on this, they actually sent money, drinks, and everything to support this institute. And I want to, again today, say a big thanks to Mr. Ambrose Yena and IDEC Digital. Mr. Yena has been supporting this institute since he got in touch with us. Even when we started our initiative, taking our initiatives to Tycon Africa, he actually sponsored his chief technology officer twice to Uganda and Kenya last year, fully sponsored, because he believed in what we're doing and continue to support us. Every year, our annual general meeting and get together, he will send drinks to support us, and I want to say thank you for all that you have done. Mr. Prince Kofi Klugerson, or Dr. Prince Kofi Klugerson, I know he followed what we've been doing for a while, and he's been inviting me to come so we sit down and discuss. So one day I actually called him and I said, I'm coming for this discussion. And I was so glad he opened his office. We had a lot of conversation, and he embraced the institute. He also supported us with our initiatives, going to Kenya. He provided internet services, sent a team from Ghana to Kenya just to organize a conference there last year. And he came himself to witness our activities and our conference. And this year we'll be having same conference here in August in Accra. Thank you very much, Doc, for all the support that you've given us. I can't end this without talking about Dr. Stefan Nwele and Ubuntu Technologies. Stefan has been one of my go-to persons when we are really cash-strapped. Including this particular event. So Stefan sponsored some of the souvenirs that will be given out to our team that will be here. I mean our delegates. And I remember when we tried to actually give us money, an undisclosed amount of money to support us to office that we are using today. It was part, Ubuntu Technology was part of those who supported us to acquire this place and rented this place and started using this place since 2021. Stefan, I want to thank you. He left his job. One of the initiatives we started in 2020, we wanted to help universities modify their curriculum. He left his job, flew with us to Kumasi Technical University, spent the whole day there and reviewed the curriculum of the university because they were trying to come up with data engineering and data science program. And normally we do this as consultancy, and when we come back, we pay the consultants. we got a small money, and we called Stefan. We said, Stefan, this is your share of the consult. I said, look, I'm giving this to the institute. And he has done this countless occasions. I think there was one time also we did some job for GIFEC. Again, he gave the money back to the institute. And he has really been supporting us. Stefan, we want to thank you for all that you've done. I'm no longer the executive director, but please, let it continue coming. I want to thank you. And please, also, let's support local businesses. He's running a local business here. Private sector, public sector, please, let's support them. Then I'm also now involved in a new initiative, which is supporting businesses that are in BPO and ITO services. And I'll say the person who is the grandfather of all that industry is called Mr. Kojo Hayford. He's in our midst. Mr. Kojo Hayford, can we see you? Yeah. So Mr. Kojo Hayford is the CEO of ESAL. ESAL and E-Services Africa Limited. And E-Services Africa Limited employs a lot of young people in the BPO sector. Their office is at Galleria, what's the name? City Galleria. And if you go there, you see a lot of young people working there, providing them decent job, lunch, and giving them training so they can also earn a living. And this sector employs a lot of people and is determined to promote this sector so that we can employ a lot of our young people. And I'm going to be supporting him in doing that as my next adventure. So if you see me next time waving the flag of an organization called BOSAC, you know that I'm in something else trying to create jobs using PPO and IT-enabled services. I just want to thank everybody, the management team, and our distinguished special guest, Dr. Samuel Nchijechi. Thank you very much. I mean, 2021, we were together developing a policy document, was it? A policy document on ICT, and since then we've been very good friends. Thank you very much for all the support representing the Minister of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation. And also our very own, Dr. Kevo. I want to thank you for coming. I also want to congratulate you again for the position. You are now our regulator, and we are going to be knocking on your doors. We'll disturb you a lot, but we hope that by the time your tenure ends, we'll have that legislative instrument that professionalizes our ICT sector. Once again, I want to thank you all for coming and see you. Thank you. Stillwaters. Yes, Stillwaters. Okay, all right. Stillwaters is our digital partner. You can see them. They take all our videos and pictures. So most of the videos you see and the pictures, since 2021, they've been working with us. They follow us on our coding caravan and all our programs. They cover the programs, and they make very nice videos that we use to promote the institute. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was one massive vote of thanks. We want to slide this to the left because it's oh, is he there? Yes, you're there. Good. All righty.
Ghana is experiencing a digital revolution following government's drive to ensure seamless business connectivity. This new age of interconnectedness reflects on government's approach in managing the public sector through series of digital reforms, as well as the private sector's tech response to solving problems. Ghana enjoys a high degree of connectivity with one of the highest mobile network operator voice penetration rates in sub-Saharan Africa at 131.84% and data penetration at 85.99%. It has been ranked number 1 in Africa as the country with the fastest internet broadband speed per the Speedtex Global Index, indicative of the exciting prospects in the sector. The expansion of internet networks and smartphone ownership has supported a rapid growth of digital services in business, as seen particularly in the rise of mobile money. Consequently, the ripple effects of the increase in mobile data penetration and mobile money platforms is seen in the transformation of the Ghanaian economy, which has boosted financial inclusion and created off-avenues for companies to market their products. The government regards the ICT industry as a key engine of economic development, and it is committed to maximizing its potential through provision of ICT infrastructure and incubator programs to support startups. Come grow in Ghana and grow with Ghana.
After this photo, those who haven't taken photos, please come. Everybody must represent. Yes, new members, come. They forgot their members? Or they haven't paid yet? All right. If you haven't taken a photo, the last slot is for you, please. Thank you. The rest of you, please come. Briefly take a photo. Yes. Please come. Please come. I want to see the photo. This is for the brochure for next year, when we are 9. If you haven't taken a photo, please join. Another photo. Yes. Thank you. All right, this must be the last photo, I guess. Yes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's been the 8th anniversary celebration of the Institute of ICT Professionals Ghana, transforming lives through ICT, 8 years inspiration. And our vision is to become the most reliable partner in ICT development in Ghana and beyond. We thank you for your time. Have a beautiful remainder of the day and a good weekend. My name is Kafui Day. God bless.